Hi there, welcome to Bitesize Piano. So this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you several things, gadgets, useful things that I own and use myself as a pianist, as a piano teacher, composer, etc. that provide really useful, that aids with my teaching, that aids with learning and like organising. Some of these things may prove to be quite useful to you as they are with me. So I'm only showing you things that I do actually use. I'll link where you can find them as well, and if I can't find the exact one that I have, I'll link something similar for you down below. So go and check the description if you want to purchase any of these. So all of these things I'm going to show you would actually be really good gifts, which is why I'm doing this now in the lead up to Christmas. If you know someone who is a piano enthusiast, or they want to start learning how to play the piano, or they've just bought a piano keyboard. So these will be some really nice gifts that will help encourage them and support them along in their piano journey. So the first thing, and I use these for teaching and to prepare many of my videos, are these whiteboards. So I actually have two of them. There's one here, there's one there. So I use these to prepare some tutorials. I just jot down things when I'm trying to figure out a song, and I just write down the chord progression and any other notes I need to use. So these have staves on them, and you can practice drawing notes, your clefs, just anything you want to jot down. So I use these quite a lot with my students to illustrate any theory concepts. We make up songs with some of my younger students. They're really useful to have. So obviously if you're gonna get one or a couple of these, you'll need some whiteboard pens as well, and a whiteboard eraser. So like some other accessories to go with this. The next accessory is this here. So this was given to me by a company called the Piano Rake. You'll see these in my videos from the last couple of years, just to help with anyone who's a bit uncertain with the note names, although it is quite an easy thing to learn as a beginner. These are perfect because it's just made of silicone. You just place it over the keys on your piano. I don't know if you can see, but it also has teeny tiny staves with where the notes are actually placed on the stave. So that's something that's quite useful, but it is really small. They're a much better alternative to like the stickers or ruining your piano with anything like that, because that's a lot more permanent, and then you become quite reliant on the names of the notes being written on your keys, when really it really shouldn't take that long, and then you can just take this off and then give it to someone else. My baby likes playing with this. He's broken it a couple of times. I've had to glue it back together and it's still perfectly fine. So the next thing is a metronome. So it has all of the standard tempo markings on there that you find on pieces of music. I prefer these to the digital ones because I'm quite particular about the way they sound. I don't like the beeping noises. You don't have to set this to any time signature, it just ticks infinitely as long as it's wound up, so it's not like a pendulum type thing. And then you just move it up and down. I'm sure you've seen one of these before. So these are really good to help you keep in time. I've done whole videos about how to practice with these. I will try to remember to link those down below. Yeah, this is just a really good thing to have, again, to help you keep in time, to help you learn something quicker as well, to help with rhythm, and you don't have to faff around with like an app or something digital, because again, all you do is wind it up, set it to the right tempo, and then hook it off, and then it's off. I find these a lot easier just doing old school, just with, you know, an analog wind up metronome. You can also get the metronomes that like you wear them like a watch and they kind of vibrate. They're quite useful as well if you struggle to hear things and you prefer to feel things as well. I've never tested those out. When I heard about those, they seemed like quite an interesting concept. So this next one, I've been meaning to do a video about this for a while. I've spoken about these on my Instagram, which is at Bitesize Piano, so go and follow me over there if you're over on Instagram. So when I got my Kawaii hybrid piano a couple of years ago, it has a very annoying design flaw on it, in that things keep slipping off, so it kind of goes like this. because it's lower than a normal acoustic piano, and it doesn't have any clips, so that's what's attached to here, are these what I'm about to speak to you about. They're called cat's clips. So I came across this solution and I was so excited, and bless him, he sent me, thank you Ruben, 2 pairs of these, so one in gold, one in silver. They come in other colours as well. So they look really beautiful, and it just solved the problem like straight away. So these are the silver ones I've got here. It saves you from drilling into your piano. So you can move those, you hook these onto something, and then you can sit your music on them like that. You can have them as wide or as close together as you want as well. So they're really quite customizable to your like stand, music stand situation. This is a British independent business. Thank you again for sending these, although it's a little while now, but I use these every day. And I've got the gold ones on my piano there. So another thing, again, just another practical thing to help with being organized, because we are in the age of obviously technology and the internet, and most pieces of music now I feel are like downloaded and then printed off. So if you're like me, you have just loose sheets of music all over the place, you'll need these books. I have several of them just full of music. So they have the plastic sheets just already inbuilt into them, and then, you know, it's like coming up with your own bespoke book. I put a lot of my sheet music in here that I have created to teach on YouTube. That's what this one's for, with it being orange, which is a Bitesize Piano colour. And they're just so useful to have. They sit on a stand nicely as well because they stay open. The only thing is, if the light is shining, it can glare a bit and it can be tricky to see the notes, but that's the only downside. And so any sort of book really that allows you to put your spare sheets in so it's all organised, and you can look at things instead of trying to balance thin, loose sheets of bits of paper all over the place that are going to fall down and just annoy you. It's better to get a few of these and just fill them up. You can categorise them, you know, you can have like a jazz one, a classical one, and just get really organised. So again, everything I've been speaking about is linked down below. If it's not the exact thing that I have, it's something very similar. Which is a little bit of a plug, is the Bitesize Piano Course BOOK. So it's a load of sheets in it, and this is my proof copy, which is why it has that band across it. So if you know someone who wants to start learning the piano, or they want to pick it back up again, why not get this for them? So this is a book that I have written. I've done a whole video explaining it thoroughly. It's also the lesson material, the course material for my online video course as well, so that's linked down below too if you want to go and enroll in that, and I take you through this. So it takes you through learning how to read music. Again, I won't go too much in detail with it because I have done a whole video explaining it and playing through some of the pieces. I've got a whole playlist which plays through most of the pieces in the book, so you get an idea of the sort of thing you're going to learn. And it's just solely focused on learning how to read music, learning songs, pieces of music that you should know, going over theory, some technical aspects, and I've written quite a few of the pieces in there as well to make it a bit more bespoke to the topics that are being covered. So the last thing is this light, which is actually shining on my face at the minute. I'm going to do a cutaway of me showing it to you. This light is very versatile. I use this now to film my videos. It has 3 different settings, but this is very useful if you want a bit of a downlight for reading your sheet music properly. So it has a clip, so you can clamp it onto most surfaces, and it has a bendy neck as well, so you can position it exactly where you need to, and you can adjust the brightness and the different modes it is. So there's a cool one, there's a neutral one, which is the one it's on at the moment, and then there's like a really warm one. So that's really useful if you struggle to see. Basically, you need a bit of extra light in your room. Lots of different reasons. It's very good as a reading light and obviously a filming light, so it's quite versatile. That is everything that I think to share with you. So again, things that I use all of the time. And again, if you're stuck for Christmas presents for anyone, some really good stocking fillers, some really nice thoughtful gifts. So I guess we'll leave that there, but I hope you're all well, and I hope you've enjoyed this style of video, and I will see you in the next one. So that's the end of this video. If you would like to leave a request, leave them in the comments section below of this video. I've also left some videos here that I think you might like, so go and check those out as well. I also have a course. Visit Bitesize Piano Course.co.uk and you can enroll and start learning how to read music. I'll see you in the next video.